Hey guys, how you doing? It's Henry at Mowers and Blowers again. I gotta be honest with you, I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed. So as you know, I picked up that 13.5 horsepower Craftsman riding mower, rear engine, and got that all taken care of, and it took me a whole day and stuff, and I still haven't worked on the LT 1500 engine yet, because even though I have all the parts that needs to be put together, I mean, that's really just putting together an engine, but I really don't have anywhere to put that engine, you know what I mean? Like, I was thinking about putting on that Scotch with that 9 horsepower Kawasaki on there, because I've been able to sell that thing. It leaks, the carburetor leaks, and I can't really find the right carburetor for it and stuff. But, yeah, so I'm going to have to put that engine on the back burner, because I've got so much stuff going on here, you know, it's like one after the other, you know? So get this, so you guys remember my USMC tractor with the trailer combination? Well, I wasn't selling that because nobody's really buying that. Nobody really wants it, you know. So I figured, let me split it up. So I listed the trailer separately. So some dude wanted to buy the trailer for like 70 bucks, 75 bucks. I said, yeah, come get it, you know. So when he came over, you know, he said, oh wow, you got a lot of tractors here. I got one at home that doesn't start, it doesn't work. And I says, really? Well, get this. So he makes me an offer. He goes, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the tractor for free if you give me the trailer, and I'll give you $40. So he gave me $40 for the trailer, right? And he's giving me the tractor for free. So now I'm driving to his house to pick up the tractor. Okay, so the tractor is, it looks like it looks like an LT 1000, you know, Craftsman. But it says Poulan Pro on it. Whatever. Anyway, he says he was running last year, he can't get it started. So I'm off to Selden, Long Island to pick up the tractor. Pretty good deal, you know. Hey, so I'm over here in Selden. I'm at that guy, Tom's house, the guy I sold the trailer to. So I'm over at his place, and these are the dudes right there.
Alright. What's up?
Anyway, so this free rolls really well. And like I said, it looks like a Craftsman LT 1000, has the same front end, has the same rear, right? However, it's a Poulan Pro. 14.5 horsepower, 42-inch cut, right? And it's got a Briggs & Stratton flathead 14.5 on it. Tom over here says that it starts and it runs last year. And he tried to get it started this year, but it probably leaks fuel from the carburetor. Anyway, so it rolls really well. It's got the bagger on it. Double small bagger. Either way, the tires all hold air. Tom says it has tubes in it. I shouldn't have to do anything. It looks straight up, unless the deck is going to scrape against the coping. But it looks like it's going to go in okay. I'm not doing anything but pushing a button. It's going to catch. It's going to catch. Wow! Badass. Awesome. Ooh, look at that. Tom even gave me a core. Thank you, Tom. So I'm back now, guys. I'm gonna unload this. it freewheels so well that I didn't want to just let it go down because it would hit the side of my house, you know. So here it is. This is very cool. I like this. You know why? Because this is a dual purpose hitch. So you can have the ball hitch, right? And at the same time you can put your trailer with the spike that goes through like that. So this, I might put this on my my Black Beauty or my garden tractor. This is cool. As you can see, it comes with the bagger, which is very cool. Seats trashed. They're all trashed, always. This thing needs some adjustment. Hydrostatic. This seems to be in order. There's no battery. Tom took it out. It was dead anyway, he says. Well, see, about the seat safety switch, right? Just because you disconnect it doesn't mean it'll start. You have to bypass it. And to bypass it, you basically have to cross these two wires or something. So, that could be a reason why it doesn't start. Bone dry. Which is good. I'd rather have it bone dry because I don't have to drain it, you know, and clean it. Dry. It's got the lights. Looks like it has a new spark plug in it. 30 amp fuse. It's usually 20. It's got a dual circuit stator. Red and black. I wonder how long this is going to take me to get this one together. Oh. That's another reason why it couldn't start. The damn fuel solenoid. Hate those. Looks like a good Walbro carburetor though. You could tell it's a Walbro because the float bowl isn't the two studs that go to the side. This is held on by the fuel solenoid. Walbros are better than the Nickies. There's the fuel adjustment. I don't know. I don't think this will take too much to get going. I can't mess with it today. I've already messed with one. I'm beat. And it's cold. This looks just like that LT1000 I sold for $500 like a few months ago. You know, how it has that style, right? But the hood looks exactly like an LT1000. Maybe a little different. The lights are a little bit different. But, you know what? If this is a real Poulan Pro, this is my first Poulan lawn tractor. First ever. But it looks just like the Craftsman LT1000. Just like it. Even the deck looks the same. Let's look at the serial number just for giggles. Oh, it's a Poulan / Weed Eater. 733864. I'm not familiar with those types of numbers. MTD usually starts with, you know, M1 or something like that, you know. Cool. That was a good deal for me. Good deal for Tom, I guess. You know, Tom wanted the trailer, and he got it for $40. He was going to spend $100. And now we got myself a lawn tractor that I can mess with. Honestly, fellas, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed. Got a lot on my plate right now, you know. I've put the 17.5 Briggs engine on hold for now until I can get this stuff all sorted out, you know. I mean, look, I don't have any place to put that right now anyway, other than maybe the Scots in the backyard, but like I said, I got all the parts. I'll mess with it when I have time. But right now, I'd like to get this one going. Just for the heck of it, I took that old battery he gave me and put it back in there. Got it on the engine start mode for the charger. And here's what I got. How about that? This is more than I got from the other one, the Craftsman 13.5. So it's a new day. I've charged the battery overnight, and battery actually holds a charge. Here. However, something's kind of locked up over there. It's not smooth, you know. Does one revolution. So I think I'm going to have to flush out that system there. It's got either oil or gas inside the combustion chamber, and it's probably hydrolocked. But I'm really sore from working yesterday on that, the entire day on that. So Tom, the owner, says that he cleaned the carburetor, new spark plug and all that, and when he took the spark plug out, he cranked it to blow all the stuff out, thinking it was hydrolocked, right? But it still just didn't crank, you know, it was difficult to crank. Well, usually, if it doesn't crank, it's usually lubrication inside, right? What condition is the oil in? And when I took this out, right, smelled of gas big time, and the level is all the way around there, really high, like there. So this thing's filled with gas, man. Crankcase is filled with gas, and because it's filled with gas, it dilutes the viscosity of the Earl. Therefore, the engine won't be able to turn because it's not lubricated well. And so basically, I think that maybe we should just drain what's inside the crankcase, which I suspect will be the majority gas consistency in here. That's what we'll do. And then, of course, I don't have any Earl, so I might have to go and buy some Earl. Or just wait for my friends at Lucas Oil Products. They say they're sending me some. This seems to happen more often than not these days, huh, guys? Just did this on my Craftsman. Damn, oil's definitely not coming out of that. Damn. It's like he torqued it down. Tremendous, dude. Alright, so this should be like a waterfall of gas. All gas. Some Earl. Look at that. Look how watery that is. What a mess I made. There's got to be an easier way to do an oil change. Yeah? Oh, what's your guys' opinion about that new Toro thing where it says no oil change necessary? If they have a new lawnmower or whatever and you never give it an oil change? How does that work? Also, if any of you guys have tried the John Deere, you know, that one-stop oil change thing where it's an oil filter, you just screw it on and it has oil in it or something. Let me know what you guys think about that. And if anybody has ever had Toro no oil change thing, you know. I'm not sure if that's just Toro or Briggs and Stratton or something like that, but how do you never have to give it an oil change, you know? Because if that was true, that's pretty cool. Anyway, we'll just wait until that trickles. I have an old supply of Prestone SAE 30. It's not enough to fill it, but it'll probably be up to the add line, which would be alright. I just took the air filter box off. I'm going to spray some starting fluid in here. Just to see if it'll turn over. I bet you the combustion chamber is filled with fluid. I'm going to take the spark plug out and blow it out. We know that we're going to be working on this, so I'm going to take the hood off. These hoods, you just tilt it a little and lift. Wrong one. They all look the same. Good spark plug. It's an NGK. Brand new. Let's see if any stuff blows out of here. See how much stuff blew out of there? A lot of stuff. While we have this out, let's see if we get any spark. Wow, good spark. I love showing spark, so I'm going to bring you there. Alright, let's see if we have spark. I mean, I know we have spark. I want to show you. Really good spark. Spark plug back. Spark plug is back. Boot is on. We probably blew out all that starting fluid, so I'm going to spray some more. Alright, see if it starts. Yeah! Yeah! Nice! I'm going to put gas in it. Wouldn't it be cool if this is all we had to do? But I know that I have to put a fuel shutoff on this, because that's the reason why this thing went kablooey in the first place, is because the needle doesn't seat. And if the needle doesn't seat, it's going to continuously flow gas in here. I'm going to have that same problem again. Anyway, so I got gas in here now. It doesn't look like it's overflowing yet. And I just put enough gas just to run it for a little while. Remember, we don't have all that much Earl in there too, so just going to run it and see if it runs. whole lot of oil in there. I'm not going to run it. Man, that is freaking awesome. How about that? Just from looking at this, right? I didn't think... I mean, I thought this was going to be a pain in the ass to get started. You know what I'm saying? But man, oh man. An oil change is all we did. Oh, oil change, and we took the spark plug out to check for spark, but at the same time we blew out what was left in that combustion chamber, you know what I'm saying? That it was hydrolocked so it wouldn't turn. But as you saw, once we got rid of all that stuff, man, this thing started right up, man. Put gas in there, and it runs really well. The carb seems clean too, you know? Well, the guy said he did clean the carb, you know? But I have a feeling that there's a rat's nest in there, you know, mouse nest. Look at this evidence of it right there, you know? So I'm going to have to take this whole thing, at least the top cowling off, and get rid of the mouse nest in there. In the meantime, I'm going to wait for some Earl, and wow, this, I am just like shocked as to how we got this thing running so quickly, you know? And all it was an oil change. That's all it was. For some crazy reason, that battery that Tom gave me, even though he said it was dead, has life. You know, we put life back into it again. Charged it overnight, and it seems to start very well. See you guys later. Now I'm checking the condition of the stator, see if it's charging. It's only at about half throttle. It's charging at over 13.17 volts, which is great. I hate stator problems. So what I noticed here is the fuel line is really stretched. It's so short that it touches this area here, and it appears that the bend is causing a leak over the years, dry rots and stuff, and right at this bend here where it's stretched, it's leaking gas. So I've put together a new fuel line equipped with a fuel filter and a fuel cutoff. I'm just gonna stick it in there. So a new fuel line. This is gonna drain all the gas. I don't know if I can get my hand in there fast enough to stop it, you know. I'm just gonna pull down on this damn thing. If it drips out, it drips out. What are you gonna do? I got my finger on it, but I don't think it's going to work. It's just all dripping out. I suppose I could have taken the fuel tank off. It's only 2 bolts. Ooh. So you see the fuel shut off is closed, so nothing's coming out. Which is perfect. This was the old one. Got the hose clamp on with these forceps. Gonna remove this one. Come on, damn it. Jesus Christ. Sometimes the hose is so on there that you don't even need hose clamps. Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Don't want to break the fuel nozzle, you know, that would suck. Considering the, seems like the carburetor is clean and works well. You get the picture. Since I'm going to remove the cowling and blow out that rat's nest, clean this area and put the filter back on so that none of that stuff goes into the supposedly clean carburetor. We can tell that it's a pretty clean carburetor because Tom says that he cleaned the carburetor and it still wouldn't run right. That's because he didn't change the oil. But it, you know, proof is in the pudding. Runs great. Even idles great. That tells you that the carburetor is relatively clean. So we got that fuel line all fixed up, and I'm going to remove this. This is called a plenum. That's called a plenum. P-L-E-N-U-M. And basically, it's like an air isolator that allows air to go into that area where it needs the fans blowing. In most of my projects, I always remove the plenum because usually my projects entail repowering a tractor with a different size or different type of engine. So usually when you have a different type of engine, it's not going to fit the plenum because the plenum was made for just that specific OEM engine. So I'm just taking off the 4 3/8 bolts that are holding the engine cover, the 2 that hold the plenum down, and the plenum just basically comes off like that. It's like a ram air deflector isolator kind of thing, you know. You don't really need it. These 3/8 bolts are over here on the side of the tank, so it's difficult to get to, so you can't use your impact. You got to use a wrench or a socket, and then there's a super small 5/16 or something really small to get the dipstick off. Cletus, you dipstick!
Cletus, you know what you are? You're a dipstick, a 14-karat dipstick.
I'll be turning on my water pretty soon and be testing my 3 power washers that I've been waiting for a nice day, you know, nice warm day to turn on my water so I can test those 3 power washers. I don't even know if they start anymore because they started last year after I cleaned all the carbs and stuff, but you know, after a while I don't know if it'll start again. So this one here is a 1/4 inch, sorry, not 5/16. And it just basically holds the dipstick, Cletus U dipstick, onto the engine cover. Alright, so look, here we go. I'm going to take off this cover and we're going to see what the rat's nest looks like. I mean, I'm thinking that there is, and I think you guys would agree that there probably will be. Here we go. I love these reveals. There's something caught here. A starter. Huh. Wow. Are you guys as surprised as I am? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Holy shit.
Yes! I am so excited, guys. What do we have there? We don't have a rat's nest, or at least much of it. But guess what? We've got a mouse! I never get a mouse. Got a mouse. That's very cool. Should I touch it? No. Maybe I shouldn't touch it. I've got to get the glove. And the bag. Little guy. My first mouse. Or second. Cool. I'm so excited. Because I never get them, you know? I'll take a picture of that. Bye, little guy. Sorry. But, yeah, other than that little mouse, pretty clean, man. Still some stuff I should blow out over there with my compressor. Clean this baby up. And eventually I will try to get those power washers done. Really wasn't difficult at all, was it, guys? These have these things on them. The front ones. The front ones have like a little lip on it. It's designed so that you can put something else on there. I'm pretty happy, guys. I honestly did not think that this was going to be such an easy fix, you know. By the looks of it, you know, looks can be deceiving, right? But I thought that this one was going to take several episodes to do, you know. But I haven't even changed into my dirty clothes, you know. I'm just doing this, just standing here like this. I'm not even dirty. That tells you how easy it is, you know. If I had more of these, that'd be great. Well, this is a big deal for me, you know. Working lawn tractor. Pretty much, actually I got paid $40, right? He paid me $40 for it, but he got a nice trailer out of it too, you know? And I make more room in my garage. I make more room in my yard for this. I mean, I already have a trailer, you know, so, I mean, while I think trailers are very cool, I didn't need 3 of them. You know, let somebody else have it, you know, and use it, whatever he uses, he can use it. I think he has a place upstate where he's moving gravel or something like that, so that'll be cool. He's a nice guy, too. That's the difference, you know. If you deal with people that are nice guys, makes you feel better. Like I said, this was a good deal. I got $40 for the trailer, and basically he gave this to me for free. You know, I cut him a break on the trailer. He saved $60 on the trailer. I was going to sell it for $100. So I'm completely cool with that deal. You know, you make deals like that come around once in a while. You know, and need to probably do something with this seat. I don't know what I'm going to do with the seat, but those seat covers used to cost 2 for $22. I don't find those deals anymore. Now they're like $20 for 1 seat cover, you know? Alright, so I'll put the plenum back. Like I said, I'm going to power wash this someday. I see. So those bolts that was holding the plenum together, it's the same 2 bolts that hold the gas tank. Same 2 bolts that hold the gas tank. I'm done. I'm Dunsky. Needs a wash, but this thing runs. Well, I don't know if it moves yet. My car's in the way, so I can't move it right now. But like I said, I do need to go inside and watch Game of Thrones, because I know somebody's going to call me and tell me what happened. I wasn't into Game of Thrones because I wasn't into that fantasy medieval stuff, you know? But my buddy told me, since I like to watch movies all the time, he says, you got to watch it. It's like the best. He also told me that about Breaking Bad. Man, that was a great series. Alright. That's it. Dunsky. Next thing we're going to do is, after I finish watching Game of Thrones, I'm going to move my car. Actually, you know what? I can't really run this right now because I don't have any oil. I have to wait for my next shipment of Lucas Oil. Those guys are so nice to me. I love them. Anyway, see you guys later. So it's another day, and while I was waiting for my motor oil to get here, I wiped down this thing, and I fixed the bagger chute. It was all put on wrong. I also cleaned my shit. Looks a lot nicer now, huh? So you know what? My oil came from my friends at Lucas Oil Products. Got a couple of cases of 5W30 and a couple of cases of SAE 30. I'm going to put a quart of SAE 30 into this, and I'm going to go for a ride. Right now the levels are at halfway to the add mark, so I know that this entire quart can go in here. So it should take about 1.2, 1.3 quarts of SAE 30. It being only like halfway to the add line probably means that one whole quart should take it to the full. That's about 75% of it trickling down right there. I'm just going to be sure and check the levels. I'm not going to pour the whole thing in, but I'm thinking the whole thing goes in there. I was wrong. 3/4 was all it needed. I'm going to start it up now. Fuel will shut off. Fuel is flowing. See if I have enough gas to go around the block. Maybe. Seat safety switch works. Here I am with my free Poulan 14.5 Briggs flathead 42 wide cut. It looks just like an LT1000. It's burning off some smoke from all the oil that I cleaned up today. The whole engine was encased in oil. My neighbor teaching her son how to drive that Volkswagen Bug. They look at me driving around the neighborhood, and do they even blink an eye? No! It's just Henry trying out his new lawnmower as usual. They've probably seen 20 or 30 different tractors around the neighborhood in the past couple of years. It's like an everyday occurrence over here. charges the battery. And you know what? I'm going to try the PTO now. PTO works. You know what? I'm gonna go mow my backyard. Actually, no, I won't. Because I want to get the lights fixed. But at least I want to see if the lights work. I'm gonna pull it back in the garage. So the wire wasn't really connected. There we go. You know I gotta have lights, man. Stoked. I'm gonna go park this in the backyard after I do a couple of laps. Stuff is just getting out of control, guys. That 17.5 engine that I'm working on rebuilding, I'm thinking about putting it on this because this is a good mower. Just has a 9 horsepower Kawasaki that has a carburetor leak. It doesn't run very smooth. It's very loud too. But this is a good tractor though. As you can see, it's like the same exact model as the John Deere LA105. Same exact model. Just different colors. I don't know how I ended up with, you know, with the exact same one. LT 1500. I think I have this listed too high. 875. That's a lot. I'll lower it. Maybe I'll sell it. All right. So $650. I know, my prices are high, but you put them high so that you have room to talk it down, and you end up getting big money for it anyway, you know, and then the buyer thinks they get a good deal, you know? Gotta feel like you get a good deal. And my LTV10, I can't get myself to throw it away. It's okay, it doesn't bother anybody here. Just leave it there until some nut wants to buy it. Anyway, that's just my adventure now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7.5, 8, 9. You guys can't see this one. You're not allowed to see it. Anyway, so that was a pretty fast fix, you know. Another adventure at Mowers and Blowers. See you guys next time on Mowers and Blowers.